All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. It is Tuesday, September 24, 2019. I'm going to prove to you right here in this video that you are living in the Twilight Zone. Utterly shocking what is going on now, what they're trying to pull because they think you're stupid. Well, let's start off with the basics. As I am doing this video blog, stocks are higher, not by much. That's not where you should be looking. You know that. Let's have a look at the bond market again. The entire curve is being bought up in a big way. See all the red? The curve is dropping. I want you to look at the 2-year and the 10. The spread is what? Less than 3 basis points here. The whole situation is bizarre. Let's move forward. Silver is getting hit. Gold is getting hit. Cryptocurrencies are getting hit. And the dollar is slightly weaker, again, as I am doing this video blog. Okay, all well and good in this twisted environment, but let's move on to the aspect here where the truth is stranger than fiction. How many of you recall last week when the Chinese delegation with regard to the trade talks abruptly left and it sent the stock market down several hundred points, I think 200 points or so? Well, that narrative has completely changed. Apparently on live TV, I don't know how many of you caught this, but it's getting attention. The President of the United States and Steve Mnuchin were caught at odds with each other. Steve Mnuchin said, oh no, it wasn't the Chinese that left. It was our choice to end the talks there. And the President seemed absolutely shocked. He's like, well, what do you mean? They're trying to convince us that the President, who's supposed to be on top of all this, doesn't seem to be on top of all of it. This is a charade, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. This is a statement from the Chinese delegation. So it's being spun, again, by President Trump and Steve Mnuchin that it was their choice to end the talks abruptly. Here's the statement from the Chinese delegation. The Chinese delegation canceled a scheduled visit to the U.S. farms when the prospect of an agreement seemed unlikely. So what I want you to realize is you just witnessed a sitcom between the President of the United States and Steve Mnuchin on live TV. How many of you believe that this wasn't scripted? And again, they believe you're stupid because they think that you cannot remember what happened just last week, nor do they think you're smart enough to actually look up what the Chinese delegation said. This is the environment we are in. It's unbelievable. And again, I've explained to you that the lies are going to get more extreme. Well, here is a classic example of a lie that is being broadcast before the world, and you, if you're an American citizen, are being laughed at because people think that you believe it. It is, in fact, very, very strange. There is no way on this earth, on live television, that a sitting president would be caught off guard by his Treasury Secretary talking about a proposed China deal that got put off by Steve Mnuchin and the president was not aware. That alone should say something to you. But again, the statement from the Chinese delegation makes it very clear. It was their choice to end it because the deal seemed unlikely. But this is what you're being sold. Are you going to buy it? That's the question. Anyway, so the situation is what it is. And interestingly, I don't know how many of you are paying attention to this either, and I did post it. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me read this to you so I can get it right. Immediately after this exchange between President Trump and Mnuchin, it was announced, here we go. Well, let's start off with this. Trump surprised when Mnuchin said Mnuchin asked the China trade delegation to cancel a farm tour. But again, let me read this to you. Chinese delegation canceled the scheduled visit to U.S. farms when the prospect of an agreement seemed unlikely. In this case, it's clear that it was China. And not Steve Mnuchin, and this thing is being twisted like you cannot believe. Well, it gets a little more strange than that. Shortly after that came up, and this was my writing here, and just like clockwork, it's being announced, U.S. Trade talks will resume in 2 weeks. No specific date here, people. You can't make this stuff up if you tried. It's the repetitive asinine, this is me, repetitive asinine fake narrative just to prop up stock futures, and it worked. How many times do you think investors and the American people are going to buy the same dog shit story? I don't know, but it seems to be working here. Let's check the market in real time. Russell 2000 is now negative. Actually, it was negative earlier. We got fractional gains across the board with regard to the major indices. Look, the market isn't buying it. The market realizes this is completely fake. The narrative is fake, and the sitcom between the president and Mnuchin is fake. But I really think that some people, probably who are watching this blog, are gonna believe it because it came out of the president's mouth on live TV. Nothing in politics like this would ever happen on live TV if it were not scripted, because it makes the president look awfully bad. That he's not on top of every aspect of this China trade deal, which he said that he does not need before the election. I thought this was about the United States of America, not about him. How about you? All right, look, with that said, I'm going to let you go. I think this video has been very important. Please share it, get it out there. Let people see the lies that are being fist-fed to them. And let's count how many people are buying it by how many people give this video a thumbs down. It's the truth. I love you all. I'll see you later.